Chiefs and Broncos. This one looked like it was going to be a laugher. It was 27-0 Chiefs. And that incredible knuckleball throw by Patrick Mahomes as the defender broke away from Jerick McKinnon and ran up to Mahomes.
What is that?
Mahomes, what is that? That's just like screwing around in the office and throwing a wad of paper into a trash can type of a throw. That is just amazing. And Mahomes is the only guy that can get away with it, to try it, and the only guy who can pull it off, Myles.
Either him or Josh Allen. I can't really see anybody else trying it, not let alone accomplishing it. I mean, that was something that was really, really incredible. And, look, it was one of those plays where you start to think, okay, this is why this game got flexed out of Sunday Night Football, right? And then it becomes 27-0, and you're like, yeah, looks like the NFL made the right choice. And then the Broncos defense started to step up. They made some good plays. Patrick Mahomes made some decisions that were just not good enough. I mean, some of them he called bad after that in that press conference after the game, making me think of my favorite Canadian jazz fusion band, Bad, Not Good. But then he also comes back and does stuff like that, where you see him make the incredible play to get the ball to Juju Smith-Schuster in the end zone. I mean, that's one that really not a lot of quarterbacks in probably the history of the National Football League can even attempt to make, let alone actually complete that ball in that way. So, yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes, man. He's still Patrick Mahomes.
Can we show the throw to McKinnon one more time? Because I want to make an observation here, because I don't know what Patrick Mahomes is consciously thinking of in these moments, and the great athletes aren't consciously thinking of anything. They are just doing. But we know he's got a behind-the-back pass in his arsenal, and I wonder if McKinnon is a little more inside at that moment, that's the time he would have just flipped it behind his back to him if he was about 5 yards closer to the middle of the field. I mean, it's pretty damn impressive as it was, but I've asked him about the behind-the-back pass, has been reporting on it. He's done it in practice. But I feel like if McKinnon's a little more to the inside, that would have been the time for him to break it out. But that's the thing with Mahomes. You never know what's coming. You never know when it's coming. You never know what it's going to look like. But you assume there's a good chance it's going to be successful, and it's going to be something you've never seen before. And that thing yesterday was just amazing. Now, with all that said, and this is where I have to give Nathaniel Hackett, the coach of the Broncos, credit. And this is one of the reasons why they haven't fired him yet, Myles. They're competitive. They don't quit. They keep hanging around. They scratched and clawed their way back into this game. And yeah, the Chiefs made it easy, but hey, how many times do we see 27-0 become 42-3? The Chiefs took their foot off the gas. The Broncos seized the opportunity. They didn't quit. They aren't quitting, and they made it an interesting game late. And again, the wins aren't there for the Broncos, but at least they're not embarrassing themselves.
Okay. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? I don't know. That's just, I mean, they're not embarrassing themselves, but I mean, when you get down 27-0, that's a little embarrassing. It's more or less that the Chiefs allowed them back into that game. Like I said, Patrick Mahomes made bad decisions. He had the turnovers. 3 interceptions is not a great day from Patrick Mahomes, despite all the great plays that he made. And, I give a lot of credit to Ejiro Evero, their defensive coordinator of the Broncos, and how he forced Mahomes into some of those bad decisions. But at the end of the day, they still gave up 20 some points on offense. Cause of course you had that pick 6 from the defense too on Russell Wilson. So yeah, they're competitive, but they're not good. They don't win. And a lot of that certainly also has to do with Russell Wilson getting hurt.
Well, and Russell Wilson had that scary moment where he landed head first, had a noticeable lump on his forehead. Yeah. He's in the concussion protocol. He was woozy. He was wobbly. I would like us to get past the point as a culture of football where, like, you physically try to pull a guy to his feet in those moments. No. If the guy's not ready to get up, don't try to pull him up. Let him move in his own time. But, you could see that he wasn't right. I don't know that he was knocked unconscious. But look at that lump. My goodness.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he misses time. They've got 4 games left. They've been mathematically eliminated from the playoff chase. Maybe we're at the point now where you just kind of do a soft benching and just give some reps to Brett Rippon to have him better equipped to be the backup next year, assuming the coaching staff returns, which I think is a big assumption at this point. So who knows where it goes from here for the Broncos. But I do know this. They play the Rams on Christmas Day. Thank God for Baker Mayfield, or there would be no reason to watch that game. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.